what is that? Is that freedom? Is that responsibility? Is that like what?
So I think it's everything.
Yeah.
It's freedom, it's pride, it's responsibility, it's everything you just said. It's
Well, what happened to you at Beaver Dam? What is this? You have a piece of beard that doesn't grow anymore?
well, that went away, thank goodness.
It grew back.
Yeah, I ended up in a crash at Beaver Dam, and I must have got a bad concussion because I had a big spot on my cheek that wouldn't grow any facial hair, and I'm like, God, I wonder if they can figure that out and figure out how to do that on my back and my shoulders and everywhere else, and my butt instead of my freaking face.
Get into an erect. It's better, stupid. Cheaper than electrolysis.
Yeah. It's funny you should say that. I was just talking to the guy I crashed with today about that stuff. But
so you got 10 championships. Are you gonna catch Kinser?
Hell no.
Right. So what is enough?
It's not
then?
even realistic.
So what is enough? Like when?
It has nothing to do with enough.
Well, 42.
It never has anything to do with enough. It has to do with. Do you think if you ask Steve Kinser, say, hey, was 20? Is it 20 that he has?
Yeah, I think so.
Is 20 enough? He's going to tell you no, and and if he told you yes, then you'd say, well, I guess there's a reason you quit.
Right.
When you did. That's not why we race. There's guys out here that are going to race out here their whole life, and they're never going to win a championship. Does that mean they should be dejected by that? Hell no.
Right.
This is one of the toughest things in motorsports you can do. So, am I fortunate to have 10? You're right, I am. If I never win another one, does that mean I'm not going to be competitive? I mean, I might not win it this year, and I'm in a good spot too. But that's what it's about, is the day in, day out, the competitive. If you can do that, you have the ability to win it. Does that mean you're going to? No. There's always someone else come along and tries to figure out a different way, and that's the challenge of it. It's a challenge every day. When you look at the 95 races and all the traveling and all the things that happen along the way, it has nothing to do with an ultimate number of what your goal is. Your goal is to start the season and end it with a championship. If you do, great. If not, you need to figure out where them weak points were and the places you weren't good and why you weren't good, and then figure it out as a group. And that's what we've done at TSR for the last, it'll be almost 13 years. You know, and there's 8 championships in there and the rest of them are seconds. So we've done well with that. Does that mean that's going to continue on? No. But the more you get, the older I get, and I'm closer to the end of my career than I am the beginning. Winning a championship isn't necessarily the ultimate thing. You know, yeah, I want to do it. That's our goal. But there's things in your life that change, like having family sick, this and that. So if you can do them and have happiness and enjoy it and do what you love to do, because this isn't a game that anybody has to do. Everybody that's here loves it. They choose to do this. And you can do it under your own terms. That's the most rewarding thing there is. I've let it consume me for years to be here.
Right.
And I'm going to do it now, where I'm going to be here, but I'm not going to let it consume me and control my life and control happiness and control all these things to do it.
Well, let me just ask you one more question then. Is there one reason why you race? Is it a feeling? Is it an idea? Is there one reason why you race?
The people.
What people? Which people?
The people that are around it. I mean, it's like I said, the people that do it choose to do it. You go to work in a factory or you go to work here, you didn't necessarily choose that. You need a job, don't you? There's not one person that's in any of this game that doesn't choose to do it.
Right.
There ain't anybody that has to do this. So you know what? That means that they're all people like me. And I enjoy being around that. You know, we all go about things a little different way. Yeah, we have disagreements. Yeah, we get pissed off at each other. Some people you want to punch. Some people you want to pat on the back. It's just the nature of the beast. We're all the same. You know, we all love the same thing. We all love going to the dirt tracks and you know, I watch kids grow up. You know, you see things like that make me feel my age. Like I used to watch Ryan Blaney run around the racetrack.
Yeah.
To think now he's a NASCAR superstar.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see that. I remember him being that little. I remember, Stevie Smith's little girl being this tall, and now she works in PR. It's just, so it's something that you acquire a love for, and it's always the people, and they're always, it's just a group of people that are genuine that you can relate to and you're around. And like I said, you don't have to agree, but I think that's what probably keeps you here the most.
That is,
we all have the same passion.
And that's a beautiful thing, that passion. Like you said, so I met this kid up there in the hop kiln, the hot area. He was like digging into a tamale, and he is like, I used to race go-karts, and man, there's not a day that goes by when I don't miss it, And it's this ability, or it's not even a privilege because it's something you've earned. It's this ability to choose your own path. Self-determination. There's something uniquely American about that, maybe even uniquely North Dakotan about that. Like there's like it's something that your granddad did and your dad did. What is that? Is that freedom? Is that responsibility? Is that like what?
So I think it's everything.
Yeah.
It's freedom, it's pride, it's responsibility, it's everything you just said. I think there's probably a lot more pride in it. I mean, there's nothing more rewarding than going to something that's so competitive and coming out on the right end of it, and you had to do it a certain way. Everybody has a different path. One guy likes this, one guy likes that. It's always a moving target because you're in a different place every night.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're sitting here. I probably wouldn't see Oregon if it wasn't for what I do. We come up on the West Coast. We went to Skagit and Elma, and and look forward. It's that time of the year. You look forward to enjoying that swing. I've been doing it for 23 years. So
right.
It's something it's like yearly vacation. The only difference is we're not on vacation. We're here racing. We're doing what we love to do. So it's really like living. It's like living in a vacation 10 months of the year.
Right.
But it's the damnedest hard vacation you've ever had.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like Jekyll and Hyde.
Right.